Welcome back, students. Good morning. Now, in my last class, I told you about the withdrawal of non-cooperation movement. So finally, Mahatma Gandhi, in February 1922, non-cooperation movement was withdrawn by him. Mahatma Gandhi withdrew the non-cooperation movement in 1922. Now the question is, why he did that? Why the withdrawal of the non-cooperation movement? Gandhiji suggested two different points responsible for the withdrawal of non-cooperation movement. Try to understand it carefully, students. Now, I told you that Gandhiji's non-cooperation movement was based on truth and non-violence. I hope you people remember that. Yes? Yes. So Gandhiji's non-cooperation movement was based on truth and non-violence, and violence had no place in the movement. But the non-cooperation movement was wrongly interpreted by the people of India, and many places the movement was getting the shape of violence. So as a result, as the movement was turning violent, Gandhiji suggested that as the movement was turning violent, the movement was withdrawn. And secondly, he also said that movement was withdrawn because the people of India are not ready. Means at that time the people of India were not ready for a mass movement. They don't know the meaning of mass movement, said by Gandhiji. So as the movement was turning violent and as the people were not ready for the mass movement, due to these two reasons, Mahatma Gandhi at last withdrew the non-cooperation movement in February 1922. Now, after the withdrawal of this non-cooperation movement, all the important Congress leaders, they were sent behind the jail. Now, within the Congress, some leaders were now tried to mass struggle and wanted to participate in elections to the provincial councils that had been set up by Government of India Act in 1919. Now here one thing you have to understand, student. After this movement, means I must say the failure of the movement, because it was withdrawal in between. Congress, it seems that Congress was divided between two camps. One was the radicals and one was the liberals. Now the people who were liberals, they suggested the opposition of the council elections. So there was a difference between the ideas of radicals and liberals. And radicals want some more radical movements. And liberals were not supporting any radical movement after the failure of this movement. Because the radical felt that it was important to oppose the British policies within the council. And they argue for reform and also demonstrate that this council were not truly democratic. So in this way, the liberals, this was the demand of the liberals. So as a result, the liberals and radicals, it seems that they were somehow different by their thoughts during this particular period of time. And this is the reason why there was a party called Swaraj Party. Swaraj Party was formed in 1923 within the Congress by C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru. And both the C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru were liberals by the nature. So they formed this party within the Congress to argue for a return to council politics. But the formation of these parties were highly opposed by the radical leaders like Subhash Chandra Bose and Jawaharlal Nehru. They wanted agitation and they demanded full independence, means complete independence. So this was the condition of the politics or the Indian polity after the non-cooperation movement. When this was the situation of the country, something more happened, and it was very drastic. You understand, student? Let's see what happened. The effect of the worldwide economic depression. Yes, this was also a very important factor. The agricultural prices began to fall in India from 1926 and collapsed after 1930. And as the demand for agricultural goods fell and exports declined, peasants found it difficult to sell their harvest and pay their revenue. So by 1930, in the countryside, there was a turmoil. So the situation was very grim. Okay? So this was the condition of India during this particular period of time. We will continue with this.